Today we're gonna talk about the cross, which we call the number two. Obviously, I already explained why we call the punches by numbers. So let's go ahead and cut the talk and get working on it. All right. The first thing we're gonna do, obviously, do a quick recap of the jab, which will be number one. Go ahead and work on the footwork of the stance. Go ahead, put the power foot back, put the 45-degree angle, hip shoulder forward, elbows in, hands up, chin down. Go ahead, we'll call off the one. We're going to work on everything slow because I want you to work on everything slow. That way you build up that muscle memory. Once you have a good form of muscle memory, then you can pick up on doing speed drills and putting weights on your wrist or heavier gloves and actually hitting iPads or focus minutes or heavy bags. That way you can improve that. But right now just work on your technique and muscle memory of that technique on a slower speed. So we'll call one, step forward, heels off the ground, body turn, arm shoots out, elbow shoots out off of the hip, hands walking, chin still down, shoulders up, walking on face. Come back, do your stance. Alright, pass on side view. Ready? One. Alright, let's put the hip, arm, everything else. Which one? I'm still looking forward, I'm just looking at the camera, just so I can see myself in there. Alright, come back, gotta do stance. And then the other way. One. Alright, now we're going to work on two. So, two is going to be your right hand, so one's left hand. So, all numbers that we're going to call that are odd, 1, 3, 5, so forth, are all going to be on your left side or lead side if it's southpaw. And everything that's going to be a even number, 2, 4, 6, etc., are all going to be on your power hand, or for standard stance, it's going to be your right hand. Alright, so the two, we're going to work on footwork first, because that's what's going to carry you to make the punch happen. The footwork is going to be a little bit different. Last time we sprung off our back foot for the one, and then landed on our front foot. This time we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to step on the lead foot, and once we get the step, we're going to pivot the back foot. The back foot pivots like I'm putting out a cigarette with my toes, just like that. There, so step, pivot, just like that. As you can see, it's rocking my whole right side that way from my legs. So you're generating power from down low, bringing it up, and putting it into your punch instead of trying to just throw it and force with your punch and try to see how much damage that's going to do. It's not going to be as effective as putting your leg and hit the rest of your body into it. So let's go over the footwork again. It's going to be step, pivot, 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 step, pivot. Always going back to a good stance every time you come back. Make sure elbows, chin, hands, everything needs to be exactly where we talked about in the fighting stance video. Alright, let's go ahead and add the punch to that. This is the right cross, we call it the two. Alright, so then you set, and on the pivot, instead of pivoting and then punching, since you're already turning your hips that way, we're going to just throw the punch straight out. Notice how my fist is facing towards you, just like this. Hitting with the first two knuckles. Remember, don't hit with the pinky and the ring finger, because it's going to fall all the way out. It's going to really hurt, especially if you have a little bend in your wrist. Later on, we'll talk about wearing grip straps and hitting the heavy bag to start conditioning that area that way. If you accidentally do hit, it's not going to hurt as bad. Alright, so it's going to be step, and when you pivot, punch at the same time. So it's going to be step, pivot, punch. 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 Notice I'm still walking with this hand, the shoulders up, blocking my toe on the side. step, pivot, punch, 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 step, pivot, punch. Notice how my shoulders and all this is leaning forward. I come back to my stance, everything going this way the way it needs to be. Alright, let's go ahead and go from side view now. Good stance. I'm going to step, pivot, step, pivot, step, pivot, step, pivot, step, pivot, punch, step, pivot, punch, step, pivot, punch, step, pivot, punch, step, pivot, punch. Alright, try from the other side. Step, pivot, step, pivot, step, pivot, step, pivot, punch, step, pivot, punch, step, pivot, punch. Notice how my arm's pretty straight. The jab and the cross will go pretty straight. Like if I throw my jab out, it's going to be a straight line. Same with the cross. Straight line. There's none of this. Your wrist is never going to do that. It's not coming out from the side. There, it's just straight. Like that. So it's pretty easy to get. When you're working on these, what I would do is watch the video, try to mimic as close as what you can to doing what's in the video. Watch yourself in a video, probably next to it if you can in another window. You can record it on your webcam. That's how I'm putting these on. Put them on my webcam and watching myself on the computer instead of doing it in a mirror. Just until you get your technique right, do it slow. That's why in the video I wrote crawl, 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 we'll walk, 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 and then run, or whatever. Doing it slow and building up that technique and form as you're doing it slow. Then you build up your speed. When you're doing your speed, you don't do it and then get sloppy. You try to maintain that form. So if you're doing it too fast, whatever, you'll tell because you'll start throwing off your form. You'll be real sloppy and stuff. So once you start noticing that, just slow down just a little bit until you can maintain a speed and keep that good form, and then work your way up. Right now that's all I got for the cross. I mean, it's easy once you get the one down. The footwork's just a little bit different. It's on the other hand. We'll go in to doing the 1 and 2 in a combo, or switching off back and forth, since that throws a lot of people off. One. Alright, notice when I'm stopped here in the 1. I'm going to stop, make sure my form's all good, or my training partner will, or whoever's with me, if there's anyone there at all. Alright, now whenever I throw the 2, a lot of people get confused because you're already stepped out, your foot's already up, this hand's out, you don't know what to do. Alright, some people like to take a little step at first before we start doing the exchange of hands or whatever. I'm going to show you the footwork. Just like a slight, let me see back so you can see my toes. Alright, they try to just step out like that. Since they're going to launch from this side, it takes a lot more stress off the knee. Alright, so 1, and then when I say 2, you'll do the exchange with the feet, and you start pivoting and turning, immediately bringing this hand back. Now some people will tell you 1, bring the hand back, and then 2, which it kind of makes sense both ways or whatever, because you already got your hand there blocking before you throw this hand out. But once you get fast enough, you come in 1 and bring it back with your momentum. They're not going to be fast enough to hit you or whatever, and it eliminates the movement. So now I'm not coming back 1 and then 2. Now I got to generate a whole new momentum, and it telegraphs the punch I'm going to do. Instead of doing it in a full combo, it's going to be a lot faster. So the main thing when you're doing combos is the exchange of your hand and shoulders blocking. See, I always got a hand and shoulder blocking. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1-2. Alright, that's the 1-2 combo. Like I said, just work on it. Fill it out for your body type. And next thing, we'll start moving along with footwork with the 1 and 2. I'm not going to get into hooks right quick on any of the next segments. I kind of want to work with the 1 and 2, what you can do, and start mixing it in with wrestling, since we're doing mixed martial arts and not just doing boxing. And we'll go from there. Then we'll start adding hooks and uppercuts and so forth, etc., and other things.